So this is a first for me. That's right, I am not at my desk. I'm in my living room. And by my living room, I mean my friend's living room because I'm about to get my hair cut, but she had to go out for an emergency. So I'm just sitting here thinking, what do I do? So I thought I may as well just do a video. This is also my first time using my camera instead of my webcam, so I have no idea if this is going to be okay. Yes, there is a dog behind me. You'll get over it. So my playstyle is going to surprise you. I mean, we may as well start with my obvious playstyle, which is what I do on YouTube, which is the chaos. If you have seen my TikToks before and my YouTube shorts and some of my crazy YouTube videos that should be demonetized but are surprisingly not demonetized, you will know that I love a bit of chaos in The Sims. This is the main reason why I would say The Sims 2 is probably my favorite Sims game. I love the chaos that came with the older Sims games. I don't think The Sims 4 is inherently chaotic, but with a load of mods, you guys know I play with the weird mods like the ones that stretch your face. When I play with these mods, I absolutely love The Sims 4. I think it's hilarious. It is a playstyle that has a lot of upkeep because you have to download all of these crazy mods and a lot of them don't get updated. And a lot of them, are a little bit dodgy. So yes, I wouldn't say it's the most popular kind of playstyle. It's probably the least popular kind of playstyle among Simmers in general, but I personally just love it. That's right, I do family gameplay in The Sims 4. I know. It is very surprising, but yes, I love family gameplay in The Sims 4. Recently, I did one of my pack rankings where I ranked all the packs based on family gameplay. I love doing family gameplay in The Sims 4. When I do family gameplay, each time I play the game, I usually play with a different generation. I try and play in the same household. Like one day I'll play as the adults, the next day is the teen, next day is the kids, next day I'll focus on the toddlers, and I just like try and keep it interesting that way. Usually when I do family gameplay, I actually play with lifespan off. In fact, I do that in all of my gameplays. I have story progression off, I have lifespans off. I want my Sims to live forever, just so that I can control like when they have a birthday, when they die. Because let's be honest, in The Sims 4, if you leave it on by default, what happens if you play the game for too long is that all of the random townies, the NPCs, will just all die and you'll have loads of ghosts in your social panel, and all of your kids will suddenly have the same birthday and they'll all live at the same time. And I just find it strange in The Sims 4 everybody lives and dies at literally the exact same time. So I always just turn lifespan off and I want to control everything myself. When I do family gameplay, I like to play a lot with the Parenthood pack. I know I did a really controversial TikTok a while ago where I said that I thought Parenthood was a bad pack. I got so much hate for saying that, like so much hate. It was incredible. I do like Parenthood. I don't think it's like the best pack in the world, but I do like it for what it is, and I do think it is good for family gameplay. So I do use that one a lot. But in general, I would say I like family gameplay more than chaotic gameplay in my free time. On YouTube, I love doing the chaotic things more, but like just in my free time alone, I do love the family gameplay. This is a gameplay style that I do not see many Simmers really talk about. The thing about the Sims 4 packs for me is I actually like to treat them as, Ash, what is it? I know there is a lot of debate about Sims 4 packs and should they be isolated experiences or should there be loads of cross-pack compatibility. I personally like the way they've done it with The Sims 3. So for those who don't play The Sims 3, by the way, whenever you load the game, they actually recommend you only load like one or a limited number of packs at a time. What is it? Did you drop your toy? You bloody div. Yummy, yummy. I actually really like that style in The Sims 3 because The Sims 3 did get to a point where it's a little bit laggy and glitchy when you have too many packs installed at the same time. But by isolating them, I do think it enhances the experience. With that being said, in The Sims 4, I really personally like just playing with one or two packs at a time. And I do also think it helps prevent bugs and glitches happening when you don't play with all the packs at the same time. So with that being said, I do like to do pack rotational gameplay. What I usually do is start with a young adult household. I don't do family gameplay with it. I normally just start with one single sim. And every single time I play, I like to basically complete one of the packs. So like one day I might do jungle adventures and I will explore every single tomb and I will find all of the relics and treasures, and when I'm finally done, I'll then move on to the next pack. And then the next time I'll do, for example, cottage living, and I'll try and get first place prize in all of the fairs in there. I'll try and do all the little side quest things, do all the gardening, raise an animal farm and get rich that way. And then the next one, I'll turn my sim into a spellcaster and unlock all the spells. I personally just love doing this thing where I do rotational pack gameplay because I find it helps me to enjoy the packs more, because if I just enjoy it all as an overall whole experience, I don't really feel like I have a purpose, whereas when I focus on a singular pack, I feel like I actually have something to complete, and that's what I like about it. Obviously, it doesn't work for every single pack. Like, you couldn't focus solely on the seasons pack because that's not really how seasons works, but you can do it with a lot of the other packs, especially with occult packs if you like occult gameplay, because I do really love occult gameplay. On the subject of occults, one thing that I do love about occults, including celebrities by the way, because celebrities are technically like an occult, I love the skill tree system. Now obviously not all occults, mermaids, aliens have a skill tree, but the majority of the main popular occults do, and I just think it's fun going through the skill trees with all the different occults and seeing if you can unlock everything. One thing that I do appreciate about The Sims 4 is that it does at least try in some aspects to include some kind of progression in your game and goals to fulfill. I like the idea of progressing through the skill tree system and unlocking all of the skills for your different occults, and I like that they will have different weaknesses too, which I find quite funny. My favourite occult, I would say, is celebrities. Now again, I know they're not technically an occult, but I feel like they are an occult in their own way, because like in terms of gameplay functionality, they function very similar to occults. They're just not supernatural. Now with that being said, there is one final gameplay style which is not surprising, and that is... Some people say The Sims 4 is just a Sims game for builders and not a Sims game for actual gameplay. In many aspects, I do agree. The Sims 4 has obviously the best build mode of all the Sims games. Granted, unfortunately, in recent times, it's not really that good in terms of some of the new features. Yes, I'm looking at you, curved walls. You are an abomination. But for what it's worth, like, The Sims 4 is very fun for building. Granted, I do miss having an open world and there's not much customization in that aspect. I love going into all of the different worlds and completely changing up all of the lots, because the thing is, if you own a specific selection of packs as well, it's nice to put different builds relating to those packs. For example, if you own Dying Out, then you can put a restaurant in every world, and each restaurant can be a different theme. If you own Get to Work, you can put a couple of retail lots here and there. If you own Cats and Dogs, you can put a veterinary clinic. Like, there are so many ways you can go about it, because the problem with the Sims 4 worlds in general right now, I'd say, is that every world has a bar, every world has a museum, every world has one of the exact same boring base game lot venue types, and I honestly love the idea of just going around the world, building your own world up, even if you don't build yourself, but just going on the gallery and getting other people's builds and popping them in your game. I just think it is so much more fun, because for me personally, The Sims 4 has always been a creative game about creating your own world. I love that aspect in many other games. Like, I do really enjoy Stardew Valley, Animal Crossing, city building games, Zoo Tycoon, Roller Coaster Tycoon. Like, I love building up a whole thing and then enjoying it, and that's something that I like to do in build buy mode. Guys, I'm super curious. I know YouTubers always say make sure you leave a comment down below, but I'm honestly curious. Do you have a playstyle that's like not normal that other people do not do? For example, I know some people love doing machinimas, making movies, etc. Are there different playstyles you love to do, and are you a cosplayer? Because I do not know many cosplayers. As always, make sure you check out the next video here. See you in the next one.